People, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The D-Day has finally arrived, and as you've been told, Nnamdi Kanu is already in the courts. But from all indication, things are not working out as expected. We are going to keep you fully updated. You can see a video there as the journalists and also some lawyers are just loitering. Military police are everywhere, trying to ensure that everything is in order already. Today, the whole world is staring at, Abuja to see how the court case concerning Nnamdi Kanu will go. But another latest news that we have right now is that the British envoy in Nigeria has arrived at the Federal High Court in Abuja for the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. The UK representative arrived in a white Toyota Highlander around 8:03 a.m. on Thursday. Kanu, who holds British citizenship, was arrested in June and brought to Nigeria to face trial for treasonable felony. He had left Nigeria for UK in 2017 after some persons went to his hometown, the military went to his hometown to, disrupt his peace. However, Tariq Ahmed, who is the junior minister at the Britain Foreign Office, had said the UK asked Nigeria to explain how Kanu was arrested. While in the UK, he set up a group, a militant arm of IPOB, whose aim, according to Emma Powerful, who is IPOB spokesperson, was always to halt every form of criminal activities and any form of insurgency attack on Biafra land. Aloy Jimako, Kanu's counsel, has said that the DSS prevented his client from seeking assistance from the UK. The IPOB leader is to be rearraigned today on a 7-count charge as against the 5 counts he was previously answering to, bordering on treasonable felony and terrorism. I mean, this is going to be very serious. You can see that people are just outside, the journalists are outside, moving up and down and just wondering what is going to be the next line of action. Don't forget that yesterday, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, while holding a press conference in Abuja, had also given the federal government 6 demands, and one of it was the fact that the military or the security operatives should try to calm down, should be civil in the way they are tending to the people who are coming in as possible witnesses or those who are coming in as his client supporters, talking about Biafrans who will be coming in. They should not be treated just anyhow. He also said that also the supporters need to show some decorum, as what we are going to be seeing today has nothing to do with physical strength and all of that. And also, I would like to get you informed that Afenifere has spoken about the case of Nnamdi Kanu, and from the table of the spokesperson of Afenifere, that telling the federal government that they seem not to know what to do with Nnamdi Kanu. I would like to just keep you fully posted about that particular news, talking about what Afenifere have to say. Don't forget that as we're talking to you, Afenifere also, the Yoruba nation is pushing hard, not in Nigeria, but this time around in UK, to still consolidate on their displeasure and readiness to secede from the country. But let's just look at what, as we are waiting, the trial of Nnamdi Kanu. Let's look at what Afenifere had to say about Nnamdi Kanu and the federal government. The pan-social cultural group the Pan-Yoruba sociocultural group Afenifere has faulted the amended 7-count charges filed against the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, disclosing that the federal government has run out of ideas on what to do with the secessionist leader. was reported that ahead of Thursday's session of Justice Binta Nyako late Federal High Court in Abuja, the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, on behalf of the federal government, filed a 7-count amended charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Reacting in a statement signed by its Secretary General, Chief Sola Abiseni, Afenifere said that the development has shown that the government of President Muhammadu Buhari is in a serious dilemma in the handling of Kanu's case, as it has come to its wit end regarding the matter. The group accused the federal government and Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, of indulging in petty politicking to massage the ego and pander to the personal idiosyncrasies of the president. According to Ibiseni, he said, and I quote, said, with amended 7-count charges against Nnamdi Kanu as released by the press, it appears the federal government has come to its wit end in the case with the Biafran leader and the self-determination agitations generally. Without prejudice to the determination of the case by this court, it is clear that its end will certainly compound agitations on the national question, an ill wind that will blow the Buhari administration and Nigeria no good. It is time that Attorney General of the Federation exercise authoritative supremacy or superintendence over his office as the chief law officer and advisor of the federal government in a way that the interests of the nation may be served than indulging in petty politicking to massage the ego and pander to the personal idiosyncrasies of the president. He maintained that Nnamdi Kanu alleged name-calling of Muhammadu Buhari in April 2015, even before he became the president, should have been ignored as childish, vulgar abuse unworthy of a high-profile criminal prosecution. Ibesini said in all the other charges, Kanu is either being prosecuted for alleged statement made in a foreign land as alleged leader of the IPOB inciting secession from Nigeria or threatening that anyone who flouted his sit-at-home order should prepare his or her will. It leaves a sore taste in the mouth of serious-minded people that the reason for Kanu's day in court was an alleged broadcast that in 2 weeks' time, what will happen will shake the world. People will die. The whole world will stand still. Mark my word. Months have gone by since May when he allegedly made the statement abroad. The apocalypse is not yet here. While such inciting statements are punishable under the relevant laws, it is instructive. The government did not say anything about the intended outcome except allegations that banks, school markets, shopping malls, fuel stations were not open for business and vernacular movement grounded thereby. It is saddening. Speak of multiple standards in the governance of Nigeria and a sad commentary on the unity of Nigeria that this same government has in the hollow recesses of its administration and in charge of a most sensitive Ministry of Communication, Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, whose statement is of higher incendiary propensities than those of Kanu and with possible aggravated heinous consequences. Yet, has government not deemed it important to investigate such statement declaring support for Al-Qaeda, BH, their leaders and activities, including we are all happy whenever unbelievers are being hacked down, and that no unbelievers should work for a secular government? There are other terrible allegations which the presidency took in its stride because the guy has apologized. The outcome of this prosecution, which is lacking in statesmanship and nobility of character, whichever way it goes, will only enhance the image of the defendants and, in the worst possibilities, even of conviction, increase his status as a prisoner of conscience. Those who opine that if anything happens to Kanu, that agitation associated with him would suffer or that others would thereby be deterred are merely deceiving themselves and government. A government that admits that mere words of Kanu have become law, either by legitimate obedience or fear, even while in detention, should think out of the box. The appropriate mindset is to admit that Nigeria as a wobbling contraption of entrenched nationalities is negotiable, and that negotiation do not necessarily lead to dismembership or dismemberment. Let the dialogue begins now. Wow. Now, just go to our comment section. Let's interact. That was a great one from Afenifere. What do you think about the trial of Nnamdi Kanu and what will be the possible outcome outside the court? Let's interact now.